Yeah, hi everyone, welcome to Emsley Lodge for another week. Bit of a funny sort of week. It was a bit of a week of seconds, wasn't it? I think we had had 9 runners through the week and 4 of them run second. So a couple of horses here come along, Geoffrey and Belmia. They both went really well through the week. Geoffrey wasn't far away. He's had a great prep, this horse. He's won 3 races this time in. He's run a couple of placings, so he's had a really good prep. And don't know where Mia's gone, but she's gone to have some breakfast, I think. But she was really good again yesterday at Sandown. Threw her straight in the deep end, took her to town, and her sectionals were outstanding. There was only 2 horses on the whole day that broke 12 seconds for the last 200 metres, and she was one of them. So gave them a big start. Her pattern of racing's a bit of annoying, isn't it? That's just how she's going to be. Hopefully next time in she can sort of jump and put herself a little bit closer. But she's certainly a nice little filly to earth following. Probably a couple of options for her now. We've got the Sandown Guineas next Saturday. Whether we take her there, or there's the Twilight Glow, which is a 3-year-old filly stakes race. So 2 really nice options for her next Saturday. Just see how she comes through it. But just early doors, like she licked a bin shiny last night. You can see how bright she is today. So I can't see any reason why she won't back up really well next week. Solar Flash, look, she's going okay, Solar Flash. She got given every chance the other day. Wasn't beaten far at all. I've got her in at Penshurst on the weekend. She'll be all over that sort of race, I would think, if she gets a run. She's a long way down in the list of order of entry, so I'd have to wait and see if she gets a run. But Jockey said the other day, first time it goes to 1400, it should be winning. So it's 1460 metres, so hopefully she gets a run and she'll be really competitive. It's Solar Flash at Penshurst Saturday. Okay, Bella Bushka, we'll try and take him to the races this week. Poor bugger, he drew barrier 18 the other day, so we had to we scratched him out of that, and we'll have another go this week. So I've got him in a Terang on Monday. He's in great order, very fit, and he's ready to go to the races. So he'll just bounce and put himself in the race, and I've no doubt he'll be nice and competitive. Still reckon he's a little bit hollow through the neck and that sort of stuff, this horse, so he's still probably 6 months off maturing up. But I just think giving him 1 or 2 runs this time in, he's going to really benefit from the education of it, and then hopefully in the autumn he's going to make a really nice 3-year-old. I got more than happy in at Terang on Monday. I had him up at Seymour the other day and he drew barrier 17, so I took him out. And he'll have another crack at him on Monday. He's actually come on pretty good since his last trial. He's jumping out and showing reasonable speed, and I thought he was only playing sort of getting to the line, but after his last trial, I reckon the horse has come on pretty good, so I think there'll be significant form improvement off his trial. So nice big tracks, Terang first start in the race. Hopefully he can draw half a decent gate. He'll put himself in a tactical position in the race, and just sort of keen to sort of see where we go with him after that. He's almost working like a miler, where his pedigree probably doesn't tell me that he is a miler, but anyway, we'll find a lot about him after he goes to the races on Monday. That's more than happy. I've got Deploy and Destroy in at Terang on Monday. He just sort of cut his jaw there really badly the other day, and he's had stitches in it, so it's healed up pretty good, but whether we can just get a vet certificate to pass it, I'm not sure. So we'll accept with him, get the vet to come and have a look at him. If he gives the all clear, that'll be good. He's very fit and healthy, this horse, so he's all ready to go. He'll run a slashing race first up, no doubt. I thought he could win first up before he hurt himself, so hopefully this race isn't all that much stronger, but I think Terang will suit him down to the ground. Bit of wet tracks, great horse on a wet track always suits, so he'll get every chance. So just got to get the vet to sort of pass off. If you can sort of just see there, Rob, on his jaw there where we had all the stitches done, so it's a little bit ugly. We do give it a good wash up every day, but hopefully the vet will give it the all clear and he can go to the races on Monday. Got our little girl Grable here in at Geelong on Tuesday. She was really good first up in a race that really didn't suit. Now she goes to a 1300 metre race second up, back to 0 to 64 grade, which should really suit her. And she'll be really competitive. I expect her to sort of be around about the place gettings on Tuesday. Just love the way that how much she's improved just physically. She's always been a sort of a lightly framed filly, where as she's got a bit older, she just put on a bit of weight and she now looks a lot stronger. So she'll go really well on Tuesday, and then sort of third up will be her go after that. But don't be surprised if she's not right around about the mark on Tuesday anyway. That's Grable. I've got Lord Consul in at Geelong on Tuesday. He's a bit of a bugger. He just bumped his fetlock, so we gave him a shot of antibiotics that didn't get blown up, and he had a reaction on his neck. You can see on his neck he had a little reaction to it. So, but that's all cleared up now. That's not sore at all anymore. The vet will give us the tick off on that tomorrow, and he'll be right to race. Probably going to need a run, I would think. He's going pretty good for him, and 1400 first up's probably just going to be a little bit sharp, but he'll be around about the mark. I think he might be able to sneak into a placing, but then we'll go to a mile second up and he'll be all over that sort of race. A couple of really good options for him, so we'll get that nice run under his belt on Tuesday, and then we'll head up to a mile second up. That's Loyal Consul. Yeah, Little Miss Gutso, she kicks off her race prep this time in on Tuesday at Geelong. Little 1100 metre race. In the past, I've run her in a 1200 first up, and she's jumped out and gone pretty solid and been a little bit weak. So I've deliberately run her in an 1100 metre race first up, where they'll run along, she can sort of sit back, then hit the line. Then we'll go up to a 12 or 1300 metre race second up. But she's come back in great order, and the track work's very, very good, and she looks great. So she'll kick off her prep. It's going good. It'll run a good race on Tuesday. Just not sure if she's really fast enough to win an 1100 metre race first up. Screw Creek, I've got him in at Geelong. I might even back him up. He needs to go to the races and race this horse. He was pretty plain the other day at Donald. He shows you enough sort of speed, but he just sort of has got no kick down gear. He's just very one pace. So whether I give him another run over the 1500 and then step him straight to the 2000, I think I'll do that with him. So I've got him in at Geelong on Tuesday. I don't know, he'd want to improve a fair bit on what he showed me at Donald the other day. I thought he was very plain, put himself in a good spot. As soon as the race quickened, he come off the bit very quickly, so he'd want to do some improving. I'll give him a little dash up on Saturday morning and see how he goes. I don't think I need to put any gear on him. I think he's okay like that. He tracks up okay, but he's just horribly one pace. So these Highland Reels, I think that they are real staying horses, so I won't be mucking around with him. So he'll have the first up run over 1350, second up over probably 1500, and I'll jump him straight to 2000 metres, and then we'll find out if he's any good. But that's Screw Creek at Geelong on Tuesday. Yeah, look, I've got Milities in at Sandown on Wednesday, and I've also got him in at Bendigo on Thursday. I'm not sure if I'll back him up or not, but he was bloody fantastic at Kyneton the other day in a track that probably didn't really suit. The winner just got the most easiest, cushiest run, and sort of was looked home, and he sort of rounded him up late, and he wasn't far off him at all, running a really close second. So I'm just not sure if I'll back him up, but if I do, I'll only back him up if I think he's going to be really competitive. So I've got him in at Sandown Wednesday, and I've also got him in at Bendigo on Thursday. That's Milities.
G'day guys, welcome to Around the Stables. This week's horse is a horse called Solar Flash. Last couple of runs have been a lot better this time in. She's relaxed a lot better in the run, and she's been able to stick on okay. She going to go up to sort of 1400. Rider Michael Poy rode her last start. He sort of said, he just sort of said she just didn't quicken, but she sort of maintained that gallop right through the line. So go up in trip, they probably won't sprint up as quick over that than what they would over 1200. So if she's able to maintain that gallop over 1400 next start, I think she'll be certainly around the money. She sort of always had a bit of trouble sort of getting her to settle, but this time in, I think the crossover and has really helped her out, and she's able to relax really in that run, and she's able to finish off okay. So wherever she goes next start, she's got her in a Penshurst and a couple of other spots, Terang and things like that. But wherever she goes next start, I think she'll be pretty hard to beat, and yeah, you might even get a price about her. That's Solar Flash.
Yeah, well, big job's true to form. Couldn't tip us a winner. A couple of placings, that was as close as you could get. Couldn't tip us a winner. I just can't believe how hard these guys are making it. They all reckon they're the greatest punters of all time. We've gone to the professionals, we've gone to the so-called experts. Maybe we get a bit of lady luck. Maybe the boys don't know what they're doing. Maybe a bit of lady luck's going to help us. Here's Kate Watts from racing.com.
Hey guys, great to be a part of this illustrious group. I'm Kate from racing.com, if there's anyone that I don't know out there, but I'm sure we've all run into each other around the tracks. Really excited to be involved. Jamie tells me that I have to deliver. You need winners because it's been a bit of a lean patch including my good friend James Aferis, who wasn't able to get the job done with some tips during Cup Week. So hopefully we'll get it done. I think it's very apt that I've been chosen this time, or probably given the hospital hand pass for the Ballarat Cup Week, because I've lived in Ballarat as a young journo, and I even was a bit of a Ballarat Cup ambassador. So very excited to be involved, as well as I've got my puppy Baxter, who is included here. Let's get right into it. And I'm going to start with the Cup in the main race, because we all want a Cup winner. And while I'm going to go with Banker's Choice for Mike Moroney as my number one pick, I think he just has the weight for age form. We know that he's going to be strong late, up to 2,000 for the first time at last start in the Champion Stakes. He was just really strong late, the second fastest last 200 metres. But I really like Polly Gray, especially if the rain comes. So we know that she's the tip, but she's still at $10, $11, $12 at the moment. So I think she's a really good tip because she's 5 lengths, 10 lengths better in the wet. Wanted a little bit of a price across the card too. I love the narrative with racing, and I think jockey Patrick Maloney, he's just coming back from a little bit of a break. He got suspended, he had the big fine coming out of the Melbourne Cup. He's riding Frontari, who's first up. She's got really good fresh form. She's won her maiden fresh. She was unlucky last preparation when she raced first up at Caulfield. So Banker's Choice, Polly Gray in the wet, definitely. And then also back Paddy Maloney is going to get the job done. He's on Frontari. So hopefully I'll be invited back again and we can end this drought that we've had. Great to be included. Good luck, guys. Have a great week.
Hey guys, had a good week throughout the week, you guys to racing. I rode Ski Zoom at Geelong, and after a quick backup I thought she ran on quite nicely, ran a nice little third, just knocked up a little bit late due to the quick backup, but she's going really well this prep, and hopefully looking forward to riding her again in the next couple of weeks, and she can perform like she has been in the last previous 2 runs. Heading to Penshurst on Saturday. I'll jump back on Royal Rebellion for Danielle Luz again, up into the mile, so I think she'll go really quite nicely in this race. Doesn't seem to be too strenuous of a race for her, so hopefully she goes nice again. I've got about 4 or 5 rides at Penshurst on Saturday, so I'll be nice and busy this weekend, but really happy with the momentum that I brought up since I had a double at Geelong. I also head back to Geelong again on Tuesday. I've got a nice ride for Julius Sandu called Torinelli. It's a nice little filly that's been going really well up in town, so hopefully it runs a nice race at Geelong. And I'll kick off my week on Saturday at Penshurst, so hopefully I can come back on with a couple more winners. But yeah, this week's looking good, and I'll see you guys next time.
That's it for another week at Emsley Lodge. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this rain stops. It's just absolutely, I can't believe the weather here the last couple of weeks. And the boys went to Kyneton through the week and it was 8 degrees in November. So it's just been dreadful. The farm here has been absolutely underwater. But we actually had, this week we did a full track renovation, which we normally do about every second year. And had a whole lot of new sand delivered to the farm. And hopefully all that track will probably last us another couple of years. So that's really good. Big Jobs are doing a good job there. On the racetrack, yeah, I thought the horses raced great through the week. Just a bit unlucky you have 4 seconds as sort of, you're close but no cigar, aren't you? A couple of horses racing this week, they'll get their chance. They're all fit, healthy and well. A couple of horses going to Geelong on Tuesday, Grable and Little Miss Gutser. Both of those horses expect to be really competitive. They're sort of horses at the beginning of their prep and they should have a really good prep right through summer. Until next week, see you later. I don't think, probably, actually, I lost my train of thought there.
I had a nice week throughout the week in racing. Sky Zoom